Coolers, first aid kits, backpacks, this stuff goes flying when you hit bumps, and we're gonna show you how to fix that. Did you hear that? This is a series. Make sure and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our next video. Let's get real for a second. Most of you guys that are watching are just like me. You bought your off-roader and 90% of the time it's on the pavement and you're just itching to get it dirty. At Beyond the Raptor, we're all about giving you tips, tricks, and products for the weekend warrior that loves to off-road in his spare time. All right, let's pick our next item that we need for our next off-roading trip. Oh yes, we have a cargo net with some more D-rings to secure it. This is the secret that every four-door vehicle needs to secure equipment in the back of the cab out of the way of the heat and the elements without getting damaged. Yay! Coolers, first aid kits, backpacks, this stuff goes flying when you hit bumps, and we're gonna show you how to fix that. The first part of the secret is actually the D-rings that we used in our bed bolts, and we're gonna use them actually inside to existing bolts to anchor down our net. So the second part to the secret are these bungee nets. And this one specifically is a 15 by 30 inch bungee net. Now, these are used a ton in the back of beds to secure gear, but you can use these smaller ones inside your vehicle. This one is 15 inches by 30 inches, and because it's a bungee cord, it can actually stretch to about twice its size and work with all sorts of different equipment all in the back of your vehicle to keep it from moving around and getting damaged. Okay, I've got to come clean. This isn't my idea. I actually got this from Helio at Keep It Dirty Offroad, which is a genius idea, so thank you. We're going to install two nets, one for our cooler and one for all the other gear we need quick access to and to keep out of the elements, so let's get to it. A while back, I did a video on this strap right here on one of my favorite mods. It's a pull tab that gives you access to back of the seat storage. You're able to fit about one bag all the way across to the end. And you know, this is really great for daily driver usage. I've got some jumper cords and blanket, first aid kit, really simple equipment for daily use, but it only gets you so far, right? When you go off-roading, you might need some more gear. So I started storing stuff where? Underneath the seat. So I've got these boxes here, and the problem is underneath the seat for daily driving, they're fine and out of the way, but when you go off-roading and you hit bumps, it starts to pull out, and the next thing you know, it's not under the seat and it's going everywhere. So what we're gonna do is fix this problem. We're gonna make room with the D-hooks for our bungee cord tie-down nets, and we're gonna do that by applying the D-rings down on the bottom of the seats and along the bottom here of the back of this empty storage underneath the seat. So we can cover this whole area here with storage and nets to keep it from moving around. So to get started, we're gonna make room for the new D-rings. And I've looked everywhere to mount them, and really the best place is these mounts for the seat brackets underneath this cover here. That means that we're gonna remove this cover and we're gonna have to make a slight cut in this one, but once again, it's still very functional and it's a secure mounting point and the best solution I was able to come up with. So let's get to it. So for the D-rings in the back, what I'm going to do is put one on each side of the cab here at the seat bracket, one on each side. And then there are these pins or Christmas trees, you know, that hold in the carpet. I'm actually going to put one D-ring on this one and one D-ring on that one so that there's a spot for each net to have a connection point and gives us options. Okay, all of our D-rings are now in. So we've got the one on the end here, the two at each seat, and then the 2 on that end, and then of course 1 right on the end. So now let's see how it holds the gear. First up, the cooler test. Okay, so let's test out how our cooler fits, and I think this side is the best for it. Put our cooler in, attach the first 2 hooks to the front of the seat, or the back of the seat, sorry. 1 to this guy here, and then stretch. Yes, nice and tight. Stretch this guy all the way over to here. Okay, there we go. I think that's gonna work for us pretty well. Let's check out the other side. Okay, so let's say I got some extra gear here that I want to keep safe. I've got some first aid kits and some other quick access tools maybe that we might need. So hook this guy up to the front. Stretch the net over, connect it on our points, and it'll keep this all secure. So even as the vehicle bounces, it'll bounce with it. But you know what's great about these nets is this might not be tight enough for you. This might be a little loose. So you have the option to grab one of these hooks and tighten it up like that. I'll grab this middle hook over here, tighten it up, and get it around the edges. That way it'll make it as tight as you need it to hold the equipment that you got. All right, I think we're in pretty good shape. Okay, so one thing I really love about these nets is that they're bungee cords, so you can stretch them. So here, I've got my equipment on this side, I've got my cooler on that side. If I want to connect these nets and put space in between, I simply grab this hook here, pull it over, grab onto that net, grab it on right here, over to here, and there you go. So now you can put gear in between, and it's very versatile for the back of your vehicle while you're off-roading. All right, so I think this is a perfect setup for the gear that we have. I highly recommend connecting the 2 nets together as I showed you earlier. And if this doesn't work out for us, I might go for the larger 22 by 38 net that also is available for inside of your vehicle. And we're gonna trail test this and do more of a long-term review later after we test these things at a big trip that we're doing in Moab in a couple weeks. So give us a thumbs up if you like this, and if you don't, make sure and leave us a note in the comments about what you'd rather see. And as always, guys, link in the description below if you want to find out more information about these products that we use today. Hey guys, we're going to keep this video content rolling, but why wait for the next video? Check out the link here for another video that you can watch to get inspiration on your next upgrade.